This is your man, Sonny Wayne Fella. I want to say thank you for joining us today. It is a beautiful evening, actually. And I'm so glad that you, my subscribers, could tune in. I'm so thankful that you have decided to walk with me through this process. And even those of you who came by my video by mistake, or maybe the video was shared with you, I just want to ask you to walk with me, stay with me through this process, okay? We have a beautiful content for you tonight. Beautiful. It might be in the morning where you are, the afternoon, the evening, or the night. But we've decided to just bring to you from a woman's perspective about our visit to Liberia. We've heard the men's side many times, but I decided that we're going to try to listen to the female side, okay, the women's side, to see what she thought about Liberia when we visited there in December. So there are a few questions that I'm going to ask, and actually it will be 8 questions that I'm going to ask. This video is not going to be very long, but I hope and pray that you will stay with us to the end of the video, okay? And then don't forget now, subscribe, all right? That's one of the major things here. Subscribe, share, like, and please hit that notification bell that is just below on the right side of your screen as you check your cell phone and whatnot, all right? So here we go. The first question that will be asked is, if she would like to introduce herself, I'm going to leave that to her. I'm not going to say anything about it, but if she like it, that's excellent. So, sweetie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ruth Ann Maria. I'm the wife for Isaac Maria.
Okay, you heard the good news, right? Actually, I'm blessed to have her, so that is an exciting thing. The first question I'm going to ask is, why did you decide to visit Liberia after 23 years of living in Ghana, in Ivory Coast, and then now Liberia, or now in the United States,
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah. So, as you rightly said, that after living here in 23 years in America, so the main reason I decided this time to go to visit Liberia is that while I was here in the States, I think it was in 2016, when my dad passed away, and because of paper issue and school situation, it was difficult for me to just get up from here and go, even though I was American citizen, but I did not have my passport at the time, and his illness came abruptly, and his passing away, it was just abrupt. And going through all the visa process and everything, it was just going to take a long time to get to Liberia. So I decided to just wait, and we sent every money that we could send over there so that he can have a befitting burial. But I was unable to go because it was just impossible for me to go at the time. And secondly, I was going to Liberia again was because of we bought a land, and I wanted to go see the land and our housing situation. The house we gave money to our dad to build. My pa passed away, and people were just in the house, and every time there's so much we send money to fix the house, and it wasn't fixing. Every time there's a problem with the house, we were just spending and spending. So with this time, for these 3 reasons, I decided to go to Liberia and assess, observe, and also be able to experience life in Liberia. So that's the main reason I decided to go to Liberia this time.
Okay, so we've heard why she decided to go to Liberia after 23 years of living in the United States. The second question is, on your flight to Liberia, what were you thinking about?
So, on a flight when going to Liberia, I was really, I had mixed feelings. Because for the first time going to Liberia after 23 years, I did not know how Liberia was going to look like. And another thing is that my dad is not alive anymore. He's gone. My mom is here in the States with us, but my dad was not there. So I'm just going to meet relatives like cousins, uncles. So I don't know how they're going to receive us. And secondly, I don't know the condition of the country, how it's going to be, because before the war, it was different, but I don't know how everything's going to be, how they're going to receive us over there now that my dad is gone, and where we're going to stay, whether it's going to be conducive for us to live there. And I heard a lot of negative things about Liberia, how people can poison your food, poison your water, put stuff on the ground for you to step on, and they give you elephantiasis foot and all those stuff. I heard it, so I had mixed feelings. How is it going to be? So that's the main thing I was thinking about while going. How is it going to be like?
Okay. So the third question is, what do you remember about your earlier stay and present visit to Liberia?
My earliest stay in Liberia before the war, it was really beautiful. Even though we were students going to school, but my father was there, my parents were there, and before the war, things were okay. Life was going on fine. People were working. Majority of Liberians they had job, and the city was clean. Things were going on smoothly as how any other normal country could run. But this time going to Liberia, what I experienced over there is that a lot of people were there was too much hardship. People are out of job. People, even university graduates, cannot even find a job. They are riding motorbikes to really make living. Businesses all over every little corner there is business. Every little street there is business going on just for them to be able to survive. And I noticed, there's so many hardship over there, and the country is not clean like how it used to be before the war. So before the war, when we were in Liberia, things were really okay. But now after the war, going back to Liberia, seeing the country, houses were not even painted. They got beautiful austere building that looked so weird up. The beautification of the city was not the way it was before the war. So I saw that too when we went to Liberia.
Okay. The fourth one was, how was your experience? How was your experience while in Liberia when you went to visit? How did you experience the place? What did you actually see or connected with?
So when we were in Liberia, I experienced what I really experienced over there was that when I got there, before I went, as I said, I was a little bit skeptical how people were going to receive me, but I received a warm welcome when I got to Liberia, especially the next day. People were coming to me and greeting me, and my relatives that were in a house, we decided to live in a house with our family so that we can experience life with them. We did not go to rent a hotel because that way we won't get to experience life with our people around there. Because if we had rented a hotel, not that we didn't have money to do that, but if we had rented a hotel to live in there, I was not going to really connect with the people like how I was connected with them when we all live in the same house. Even though we did all the expenses, because we understood that these people do not have money and to feed themselves. So they were all looking up to us to feed them when it comes to every other expensive daily living. We were the one providing for them. But I was treated like queen over there. I couldn't cook for myself. I didn't go to the market unless I want to do that. I did not draw water unless I decided to do it on my own, and I did it once. And then nobody wanted me to do it. I said, no, I want to go draw water with you people today. And how come I put a bucket of water on my head, even though it was strange and heavy, but I still went on doing that. I did it because I wanted to do it. I wanted to experience life with them. But I couldn't cook my own clothes. I couldn't cook my own food. I did not even wash clothes. Whenever I'm going to touch something, say, oh, leave it, I will do it. When I want to sweep my own house, oh, leave it, I'm going to do it. Everybody was willing to work for me. And lastly, but not the least, my life in Liberia, people were just nice to us. They were just nice to us. I experienced a lot of good things from our Liberian people when I lived there. And another thing we experienced again is this. Our car that we rented, the car almost caught, in fact, it caught fire almost because it was smoking. And we were driving. As soon as my husband stopped to the red light, because he was the one that was driving the car. So as soon as we stopped to the red light, it was just pumping. The smoke was just coming heavily out of the car. So the people came. Everybody just came. Oh, the car was on catch on fire. Get her. And everybody just came. I mean, just from nowhere, they were so helpful. They came and they joined us. They told us to get down out of the car. People were pushing the car. They pushed it on the side. About more than 10 men were over that car fixing it. They fixed it. They put water in it. They did what they could they could do, and the car came back to life. The car started again, and everything was normal with the car. I took $30 and give it to these men to tell them thank you. They were so appreciative. They said, "Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it." I said, "This is a little token of our appreciation." They said, "Well, this is plenty of money." They were so excited about it. So that's how I experienced life in Liberia.
Yeah, great. So we find out how, from a woman's perspective, how she experienced life or experienced her stay with her people and our people back home, and what they did. They were so hospitable. I'll tell you the truth, so helpful. So the next one is, how did you assess the place when you went to Liberia? Because we went there for 3 reasons: experience, assess, and observe. So we talk about experience. Now we're going to talk about assess. When you got to Liberia, how did you assess Monrovia?
Yeah, I assessed Monrovia to be like, when we went there, like Monrovia, some places, like especially on the Sinqua area, it was clean. The buildings they had beautiful buildings that were painted nicely. It was a place to look at, because we wanted to look everywhere to see how things are, so that we can think whether we want to go back to Liberia or want to stay to America. So that's where we want to go and experience, to observe, experience, and assess. So those are the 3 things we want to go do, but to see whether this is where we really want to move to come and make it our home again. So when we went there, the Sinqua area was beautiful. It was nice, and supermarkets, everything was there. We used to go to shop in the supermarket. But then going to other places, it was really dirty. Some places were very, very dirty. You can see garbages, mountains of garbages all over, and people were just selling everywhere. As I said, the hardship is so much. There's no job, so that's their only means of making their living is to sell. So I assess that, and I assess a lot of stuff that most of the houses that people are built in Liberia, they did not add toilet to it. So if you're building a house and you don't have any good toilet or any good sanitation, the toilet people toileted in plastic bag and throw it anywhere. And in the evening, you sitting in your little beautiful yard. In the evening, you smell the toilet scent coming. The whole air that is coming, fresh air that's supposed to be fresh and nice, is coming in with polluted or toilet or smell. So those are the things I assess. And Liberia, I also assess that Liberia got a long way to go, and it's not only the government got to do it, but we, the citizens of the country, those abroad and those that live there, we really need to put together and really make our country the way we want it to be.
Yeah, that's good assessment. So when you were there, what did you observe?
What I observed over there was that people, as I said, what I observed is that when you live in Liberia, Liberia is a peaceful country. Liberia is a nice and stressless country. Stress in America is too much. We just work and work and work and work, and there's no end to it. In Liberia, when I was there, I didn't have to think about getting up early to go to work. I go to bed whenever I want to go to bed. I wake up whenever I wanted to wake up to do anything. The kitchen, I wasn't even there. People were cooking for us and taking care of everything we wanted them to take care of. And all my husband and I, all we did was to go and run after our projects. all the projects. We have so many projects at hand, and that's why when we get up in the morning, they prepare our breakfast. Once we finish eating the breakfast, we are gone, and come in the evening, food is already ready. But I observe also that living in Liberia, when you compare it with living in America, Liberia is the best place to be. Because once you have money, your house is built. You have your little reservoir bringing in water. You have a little generator. You can live a decent life as you can live. You can live your dream life in Liberia compared to coming to being in America. So what we noticed over there, what I observed, that people who have gone, who have moved there to Liberia, those who already have money, who have established their lives in Liberia, they are living far better life than those of us that live here in America. Because we are stressed out, we work so hard, we don't even have money to do what we can do for ourselves compared to those that live in Liberia. Those who are making money, as you put your business together, little money, it can go a long way than any other life. If I get $1,000 a month, I'm going to live in Liberia. If I live on $1,000 a month, what I observe, I'm going to live luxury life, because 1,000 is a lot to live on. When we were there, people that we hired to do our buildings, and they were building my sister's house, they were building our house, and they were building another house, my mom's house. Those are the projects we were on, and we did all this project before we came. But while we were there, we were feeding these people, more than 30 people we were feeding, $10 a day. $10 just to go and buy all the material, the soup and tea to bring it us for to cook. $10 a day. Can you imagine feeding more than 30 people and you are just spending $10 a day?
But not excluding rice.
Excluding rice, we have bag of rice, we have a tin of oil, vegetable oil, and we had a gallon, no, a tin of oil, not gallon. We had a gallon of red oil, gallon of agro oil. We had bag of rice, we have maggot cubes in a house. But $10 just to buy the fish and the soup, and we ate fresh food. Fresh palava sauce, fresh bitter ball, fresh this, everything was fresh and organic. So we have good food. My cousin that was cooking for us, she was a very, very good cook. When she cooked today, it's like everybody would be praising the food. So I really enjoyed the food in Liberia because it was fresh food. It was not processed food. We were swallowing fufu. When you want to swallow your fufu, everything was just fresh. So with all that, with the cost of living, what we spent in Liberia, it was less because we were feeding all these people on just $10 a day.
Is that right?
So that was really amazing. It was amazing because that's what we were doing over there, was really amazing. And nothing else can beat it.
Yeah, with the exception of looking at America, most time when people cook here, they will put the food in, they will cook some and put it in the refrigerator or the deep freezer, and we have to eat that food for a few days. Mm-hmm. But in Liberia, every day, as she was saying, they cook fresh food. Mm-hmm. We cook every day. They prepare new food, new taste, new kind of soup or whatever we call it. Yeah. It was just perfect. So that's one thing she mentioned that she observed, and that was really great. Mm-hmm. So what would you say was most interesting and least interesting while you were in Liberia for you?
Yeah, what was most interesting for me in Liberia is the cost of living. It was very interesting to me. It was very interesting to me, and the hospitality. The attitude of the people, it was very interesting because you would just be going somewhere and people would just come, they want to do stuff for you, just like that. Like some children would just come to my husband and say, "Oh, Daddy, can I wash your car for me to just give me like 400 Liberian dollars or two, just for them to get something in their pocket? Can I wash your car?" And he would just do it. And people were just coming and greeting us. You see a little child passing, their children are playing in the street in a yard with one another. You cannot even see it in like America here because it was very interesting to me. I'm like, look at kids. They are free, passing around and playing around. They don't even care whether somebody going to kidnap them. They don't care. And they play with neighbors. Or women are living their life. Men are living their life. And things are going on fine in Liberia. And it was another interesting thing is that we are living here. We are afraid to go to Liberia because we feel that Liberia is this way, Liberia is that way. But they have the Lebanese living there. They have the Indians, they are living there. They have other nationalities that are living in Liberia right now and are living the best of life. But we are here and still working hard and saying we cannot go back to Liberia while the people are there and living their life, making money and enjoying their best of life. And another thing that was less interesting to me is the dirt in the street. Like, you cannot live in a place where there is garbages all over. Because for me, we work in healthcare and I take health promotion very seriously. So when I went over there was a lot of stuff that went on. I don't want to talk about it one at a time. There was a lot of stuff that went on when it comes to sanitation, when it comes to hand hygiene, when it comes to keeping your surrounding clean, when it comes to keeping the food clean. It was a lot of stuff we struggle with, but I have to continue. My husband and I had to continue. You know what we did?
Yeah.
We talked to the people. We gave them a serious health promotion,
health
and gave them health advice.
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to be done. This is what's supposed to be done. And so when they are even in the kitchen, they are cooking, and I'm coming. They are covering their food. They are covering the food because I don't want to see flies getting on food. I don't want to see dirt in this place. I don't want to. Children, we have bathroom. The house we are living in have 4.5 baths. Every room had their own bath, and then we also have bath. But the little kids will stop using the bathroom in the house, and they will go and sit down outside the house to go and toilet right there. And while they were doing that, then they see flies coming towards us to go and get on food. So that our very Sunday, I was educating them on it when we got there newly, and things came to prosper because I'm like, health is very important. We got to do stuff where we won't get typhoid fever. We have to do stuff to avoid getting malaria. We have to do things that will avoid us from getting sickness, diseases, infection. So those that were in our house, our neighbors around there, we really taught them how to do real proper health, to take care of themselves health wise.
Yeah, even around our vicinity where we lived, I took the responsibility and then encouraged some guys to join me, and we clean up our area. They had dump site, and we changed the dump site so that they won't be able to dump garbage there anymore. Mm-hmm. We took it somewhere else. We dug a hole, and then that's where the garbage used to be dumped, and it was really clean. So
we burned it every evening.
We burned it, and we also encouraged other people to do the same. Mm-hmm. So we definitely help out the best way we could, and we realized that it is still continuing. Mm-hmm. We have people in Liberia that give us report. They use cell phone and videotape and whatnot, and we see how our area is being kept. Mm-hmm. It is being kept very, very clean, and I just want to encourage us Liberians to continue to do that. Keep your vicinity clean, keep your area clean, because that's one of the most problem we have in Liberia right now. We have electricity problem, we have water problem, we have sanitation problem. These are things that can be remedied. The government or those that live in Liberia can remedy those situations. Yeah. Or those of us who leave America and go to Liberia or other countries in the diaspora, we can definitely bring this development to our country, and we can live there in real peace, really luxurious life. Yeah, in America, I promise you, we are not suffering, okay? Even though it's stressful, but we are living a decent life here. Yeah. And we want to take the same life even better to Liberia. So that's what my wife is talking about, So Liberians are wonderful people. Just the last question I'm going to ask her, to tell me, how did you see Monrovia? I know she mentioned about the garbage and whatnot, but this is something that can be remedied. It's not something that just is written in gravestone. Once the people who are responsible to do these things get up and do them, I'll tell you the truth, Liberia will be a beautiful, beautiful country. Monrovia will be a beautiful city to live in. So the last question is, how did you see Monrovia and those that live there? How did you see the city and those of our people that live in Monrovia?
What I see in the city is I know all this thing because before the war, you could not see anybody riding motorbikes. You could not see anybody riding keke. It was just private car and taxi taking people from different destination to another. But after this war, I know because of the hardship people have to live, but it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous riding bikes and no helmet. People fall down, they bust their head, and that's the end of them. And we are driving, and motorbikes are crossing right in front of you, and the driver said does not even know where to go. They are holding onto their wheels like this. They don't know where to go. And many times I was like, oh, 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 when they cross in front of the car like this, that it's like they don't even care. All they want to do is that I got to make this amount of money today, and that's what I'm going to make. My mind is focused on this, and that's all I'm going to do. So whatever comes after it, I don't care. So if I can cross in front of any car and go take this other person to their destination and come back and make this rounds a day, then that's sufficient for me. But they forget to know about their lives. No helmet on their head. They are just running from between cars here and there. It was scary. It was scary. And the people that live in our country, as I said, the university graduates, they cannot even find job. That's why they will live. Some of them live on that. People are begging all over for money. There was a guy who was really in hardship. He came to you. You remember that the guy that came to you and asked you for money. His children had not eaten for 3 days, and a family member or neighbor of his gave him a gari to eat, and the gari was finished, so he came to you and you gave him some money.
Yeah.
And then the next day he came now, he wanted to work for you because all the people, because as when we went over there, the whole community were hired. Even those who were in the vigilante group.
Yeah.
Who were around the community watching over us every night. The whole community, we had this vigilante group. Our car was sleeping outside without anybody busting into the car because these guys had decided to take this time of this time in the night time to be watching to see who criminal will be in the street around 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. If they see you in the street, they grab you. We went there and you called them first and told them thank you for what they are doing to the neighbors by keeping the neighbors safe. And then they went and told somebody else. They said, oh, we went over there and this guy called us and gave us $50. So this lady that they told, the lady came to me and told me, oh, your husband really did well. And because of that, they said they were going to use the money to buy their uniform. So they can have uniform to wear at night, so that at night they safeguarding the place.
Yeah.
And then you call them again, you say, you know what? I learned that you people want to buy your uniform. So because of that, the good job you people are doing, this is $100.
Yeah.
So the total of $150 you gave to them.
Yeah.
And those people were happy. Our cars were sleeping outside. We have teens sleeping outside. Nobody, nothing, no harm came to us. Nobody ever attempt anything to come and harm us with anything. We were giving money to people, workers coming, we pay our way, transportation, buy this for us. We were giving money to people like Heather Scatter. But nobody ever made any attempt on our life because these people were around and safeguarding the place at night. And that's one thing I observed over there. And what was your question again?
How did you see Monrovia?
Yeah, this is how I see Monrovia. Monrovia, because of the hardship, there's a lot of crime rate. A lot of crime rate. But some communities have this vigilante group that at night safeguarding the area. And our area was one of the blessed area, and that's what happened. And secondly, the electricity issue was another one again. The heat, as for the heat, it was tough. That's one of the reasons I told my husband I cannot stay here 2 more weeks. We gotta go. The heat is too much. Because when we put an air conditioner on our house, we put it only in our room. But when I get in the living room or go outside, my whole body is drenching with sweat. It was so uncomfortable. I would go right back in the room and lay down in the room. So the heat was too much. So now if we go back to Liberia next time, we know what to do. to conquer the heat. I know we cannot control it, but at least if we have the living room, everywhere in the house is air cool, it will be better, and you can sit in the living room with family and friends and do what you have to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, all my questions were answered. Just one more thing I want you to do is to look into the camera and what can you tell our people in Liberia? Is there any advice or anything that you think you can tell them while looking directly into this camera?
The advice I want to give to our Liberians. For me, going to Liberia, if you right now you are in a state where you're in a situation where you are thinking, say, oh, I don't think I want to go to Liberia because the country is this and that. Think about the Lebanese are there. Think about the Indians that are living there. Think about some American missionaries. There are some people in Cyclopedia, other places who open their schools. Why people are going in our country and living there. And some foreigners, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, Sierra Leoneans, they are living in Liberia and making it and living their life there. So I will advise you that this country, we are here, we are enjoying life, we are not struggling. But I will advise you, if you are suffering from indecision as to where to live, whether to go to Liberia and live there or to make America your home. If what you decide is fine, but I will want you to go and see Liberia for yourself. Go to Liberia and see Liberia for yourself and see how things are before you make up your mind whether you don't want to move back to Liberia or you want to live here. Because when I went to Liberia, the heat situation, whatever I wanted, the garbages, the way the city was looking, I was very discouraged. And when I was coming, I told my husband, I don't think I want to. We are planning on going to Liberia to live, but I don't think I want to go live there. But then, when I think about the other good side of it, when you're in Liberia, how your money can stretch really far than living here in the States, I was thinking about it, and the two of us decided when we came back home to America, to the U.S., we decided, two of us were laying in bed one day and we're talking about it. So we decided, so what do we think? Should we go to Liberia or should we just stay here? What should we do? We thought, say, home is home. I don't care how your home is home. Yeah. We will make our home better for ourselves. We will go and make it better. So if you are thinking about not going Liberia, they can kill, like how people can say it. When you go, the way you interact with people, the way you love your people, the way you love your surrounding, the way you treat the people that come around you with respect, nobody will even harm you. There will be no harm coming to your way. Nobody will even attempt on your life to do anything. People are waiting in Liberia to help out. That's the advice I want to give you. That country is a sweet country, and we can make it the way we want it to be.
And thank you so much, sweetie, for answering those questions. I believe those of you, my subscribers, and those who watch my videos, you definitely going to enjoy this segment. But one thing I just want to make very clear, we are not, and I must make it very clear, we are not blaming Liberia for the heat. No, Liberia have nothing to do with the heat.
It's a natural.
It is just a natural thing, and it's unfortunate that it is so hot. That's all. So we don't want to receive comments to say, "Oh, you're blaming the country for the heat." No, we are not blaming Liberia for the heat.
And I want to come in a little bit. Liberia is hot, but Monrovia is the hottest city in the whole of Monrovia, in the whole of Liberia, because of the population.
Yeah.
Nima County, like Ganta, Banga, other places is not as they are cool. Even at this time, they are cool. It's cooler because the population of human beings is not crowded with people. Monrovia is crowded. That's the reason why we got so much heat in Monrovia. But as you drive to go to Nima County and other places, it's cooler, it's nicer, it's quiet a little bit. But Monrovia is congested with people. That's why the heat there is so much. So, and heat is natural. It's not caused by any government. It's not caused by any other person. But it's only because Monrovia is congested with people. That's the reason why it is so hot.
Yeah, definitely. I bet we all understand clearly what you just said. So subscribers, I want to say thank you once more for joining me. And those of you who join me, some people say by mistake, or maybe it was shared with you. I want you to please watch my videos. Please subscribe. All right, please subscribe. Please like it. Please share it, and please hit the notification bell, because this is something that we really need to continue this the concept of showing you good content, because that's what we believe in. So thank you so much for joining us, and see you soon.